Hi, Living Hope. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about our reopening. I know that's what's on our mind, and this is the graphic. Hey, we're just kind of looking forward to that day. But let me give you some guiding principles of how we made some of the decisions we made. First of all, we included different voices from our elder board, our task force, and our pastoral staff. We have people from the medical profession, legal, educational, college, a single adult, married with older kids or younger kids, all included, and we thought that that was important. Secondly, we wanted to start with the end in mind. We didn't want to look at just singular decisions, but where is it that we want to get to? And I'll explain that a little bit more. We wanted to acknowledge differences of conviction. You know, we know that there are those who are extremely confident and they want to come to church right now. And there are those who are very concerned and who want us to wait as long as possible. We hear you. And fourthly, we follow health guidelines. We looked at the CDC as well as California Department of Public Health and their published guidelines for churches. And our task force looked at each one line by line and said, okay, how does this apply to Living Hope? And finally, we wanted to start with dress rehearsals. We can't go from nothing to fully opening, but we thought that there were some intermediate stages that we need to get to. So let me show you our stages. We start with stay at home and then a dress rehearsal to get to what I call a transitional normal, and then finally a new normal, okay? 4 stages. We were in stage 1 where we are locked down and the federal, state, and county, everyone has said, hey, stay home for your neighbors and your own good. And we've been doing that, and a week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago, I sent out a survey asking how you were feeling, and this is what you have said, that you were anxious, tired, exhausted, concerned, frustrated, but at the same time, you were thankful, you were okay, you were well, you were hopeful, and you thought about your family. And I think that's how we are feeling. We're frustrated and anxious, and at the same time, we're grateful for God's provision. But we're kind of ready for the next stage. But a lot of people think that we go from stay at home to a completely new normal. But let me explain this. We will be ready for a new normal when science has developed a vaccine, therapy, or herd immunity, plus time that it would require for it to be widespread, and plus for society to emotionally, psychologically get used to it. And we think that this is going to take a lot longer than we want. And so the new normal won't be for a while. And so the end that we think that we need to look at is a transitional normal. This is what we need to plan for. It is a time when we live in tension, where we practice abundance of caution with acceptable risk. And that's what the world is doing. They're kind of trying to move on in this transitional normal. And society will continue to have to adjust. And listen, we are committed to those in our church who are confident as well as those who are cautious. You are part of our church family, and we hear you, and we want to minister to you. So, for example, we will be committed to doing in-person worship as well as online worship during this transitional normal. And we're committed to that. We believe that there will be a segment of our church who may not feel comfortable coming back to our physical church or small groups until we get to this new normal. So during this transitional normal, we believe that we need to go through a hybrid model of sort, all right? But in order to get to the transitional normal, we have to ease ourselves into it through some dress rehearsals. This is a period of time when we are implementing practices, culture, to prepare for the transitional normal. You know, for example, what does it feel like to worship with masks on? What does it feel like to have to come in and go through a check-in system where they take your temperature and things of that nature? So we're implementing policies, purchasing equipment, bringing up teams, and if you want to be a part of these teams, to a streaming team or facility safety team or welcoming safety team, please let us know. And we're making some modifications in terms of how we see people in the sanctuary and things of that nature. Our schedule is something like this. On May 31st, this coming Sunday, we're going to go to 2 live worship. I'll be preaching twice. And on June 7th, we'll have centralized streaming. We'll have all the departments come and stream from the physical location here. And on June 14th, we'll have a pre-opening where we'll invite key volunteer leaders to help set up some of those teams and get ready for the public. And when we open for the public in this transitional normal, it'll have to be sometime after that. Hopefully, it'll be shortly after that. And if you are listening to this and you say, gosh, I really would love to come and worship at church, on June 9th, and we've been doing prayer chapels every Tuesday night. On June 9th, which is the second Tuesday of the month, we will be doing prayer chapel in the sanctuary, and we will allow people to come and do in-person prayer chapel with us. You'll have to register. There'll be a limited number of guests allowed, but that will be the first time when you would be allowed to come and be with us. It's been a long journey, and I'm so grateful for Living Hope. I'm so grateful for many of you. We look forward to seeing you again. Please keep us in prayer. We're praying for you as well. Okay? Well, God bless, and we look forward to seeing you.